Now to Maryland politics, where the state's current House Speaker, Adrienne Jones, has announced she'll step down from her leadership position. Jones made history in 2019 as the state's first black woman to serve in the role. She'll remain as a delegate representing District 10. The House is scheduled to meet next Tuesday to nominate a new speaker. Our Erika Gonzalez sat down with a reporter from our news partners, The Banner, to discuss who could step into this role.
For the last 6 years, Adrienne Jones has made her mark on state politics in Maryland as Speaker of the House and beyond that before this particular job. But now that the progressive Dem is stepping down, Maryland will need a new voice to serve as Speaker of the House. Pamela Wood is a reporter with The Banner, our news partners, and has covered Jones extensively. Pamela, thank you so much for being with us. Before we get into the obvious question of what's next, let's talk a little bit about some of the biggest wins that Jones hangs her hat on.
Thank you so much for having me. Outgoing House of Delegates Speaker Adrienne Jones made history, when she was elected to that position in 2019. She was the first woman. She was the first person of color in the position. It had, in the entirety of Maryland's history, been all white men. Now, that wasn't all that she did. Of course, she had policy wins. She nurtured a new generation of leaders who are now stepping forward. She, among other things, created a state office of equity that is getting off the ground. And she really guided everything that the House of Delegates has done in the last 6 years.
Jones was the first woman, as you mentioned, and first person of color to preside over the Maryland General Assembly. And you touched on it briefly there, but can we talk a little bit more about the generational impact that she's had?
Speaker Jones really has a lot of accomplishments in her 6 years in office. And even before that, as a delegate, she served in the House since 1997. She also worked in Baltimore County as a county official. She really led the chamber in everything they've done the last 6 years, from legalizing cannabis, enshrining abortion rights in the state constitution, and fighting back against the President Trump's administration and protecting programs here in Maryland.
Obviously, then the question turns to who's next, right? You've reported Delegate Jocelyn Peña-Melnick, who represents parts of Prince George's County and Anne Arundel County, is the frontrunner to succeed Jones. She's an immigrant whose family moved to the United States from the Dominican Republic when she was a child. She would be the first Afro-Latina to serve as Maryland's Speaker of the House. Can you tell us more about her legacy and what Marylanders can expect with her in that position of power, should that in fact be the route the House of Delegates goes?
Delegate Peña-Melnick really cleared the field of challengers to be the next speaker. There were multiple people who really had a shot for it, but the House of Delegates very quickly coalesced behind her. She is the chair of the Health and Government Operations Committee, and she is quite an expert on healthcare policy. And she also has been a strong advocate for immigrants' rights. As you noted, she's an immigrant herself and understands that experience growing up and her family making their mark in a new country. She's been very strong on that front, and she really has a lot of trust in her leadership. She has a reputation of listening to people on her committee, Democrats and Republicans alike, and making sure their voices are heard as policy moves forward in the General Assembly.
Pamela Wood with our news partners at The Banner. Pamela, thank you. And for more of Pamela's detailed reporting on who will serve as Maryland's next Speaker of the House, head to thebanner.com.